I had a plan to film at a reasonable hour, but again, as always, fail, and I'm sorry. Do you guys like my set? My new set? I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be permanent or not, but yeah, tell me if you like it or not. I'm kind of rocking with it. It's giving divine femininity. It's giving life. It's good. But yeah, I have my notebook about things that I kind of want to talk about and stuff and things. So here we go. Here we go. This is me unfiltered. I didn't write a script, none of that. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time. So here's media or pop culture stuff that burns my buns. And first thing that's on my list is Game of Thrones. Okay, so the entire situation with the Game of Thrones season 8 still bothers me till this day. I can't, like, it's hard to me to wrap my head around. Like, the two, like, producers or the showrunners, I can't remember their name. Their names after D's. I'm gonna like put their names somewhere. Like, before, you know, the Game of Thrones that we know it's to be, they shot the pilot failed, and then they were given a second chance to do the show over. And then luckily it became a success, but they went through so much trouble. They went through so much to get this thing going, just for them to abandon everything for Star Wars. Cause, like, you know, obviously Game of Thrones, it became like this pop culture phenomenon. And obviously Disney, they're like sniffing around like, ooh, them. They're doing a great job like adapting a property well with Game of Thrones. They can come over to Disney. Come over to Disney and do stuff for us, like Star Wars. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Star Wars, okay? I like a lot of Star Wars things. Like, I totally get it. I totally get why people like Star Wars, especially, you know, starting off with the first movie and how it became a huge phenomenon. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's solid writing, it's tightly written, you love the characters, the lore is fantastic. It's like, I vibe with Star Wars. I vibe with it. I guess I will consider myself like an outsider perspective on Star Wars because I'm not that hardcore of a fan of it. From an outside perspective, the fandom seems toxic as I don't know what. The showrunners for Game of Thrones, they were willing to throw away their Game of Thrones legacy for something as divisive as Star Wars. Their names was going to be ingrained in the Bible, and you threw all of that away for Star Wars with no guarantee that whatever you do was gonna work. The fan culture of Star Wars is very divisive and, like I said, from my perspective, very toxic. Like, these are the same, like, I can't say not all the fans, obviously, but like, these are the same people that bullied a young child because they did not like him in the movies. They bullied this child who played Anakin Skywalker. This is the same fan culture that hounds people. They hound hella people. It is just, I know it sounds like being shade to Star Wars. Like I said, I have no shade towards Star Wars. Like, I think it's a great, like, sci-fi series. I just prefer Game of Thrones more. That's just it. It just baffles how bad they fumbled the bag so badly that now everyone is questioning whether or not Game of Thrones was ever good in the first place. And for me, I would say from seasons 1 through, I'm gonna say 6, because now I really think about it, 7 was kind of like, it was fine. From seasons 1 through 6, a masterclass of storytelling, period. They fumbled everything so badly to the point where no one wants to recommend the show because everybody's like, well, season 8 was trash. Like, everything led up to nothing. You had everyone by the throats for like 10 years or close to 10 years, tuning in for years, wondering who was going to get the Iron Throne, who was going to get the, or who is anyone going to be on the Iron Throne, or will the Iron Throne be destroyed? Or will there be a new system in place? Like, you had everyone by the throat and you fumbled it for Star Wars? You fumbled everything for Star Wars! Could one of the best showrunners of all time. If only you, just if only, that's it, just if only. See, that's the thing, like, George R.R. Martin was involved with the show. Like, they could have gone to him for anything, but no, they wanted to rush everything. And my thing is like, if you was done with the show, why didn't you just give it to somebody else? It's just like a child not wanting to let go of their toys. And the way they treated Daenerys' character will bother me to the end of days. Season 8 Daenerys is a lie. So you're telling me that the same character who cared so much for other people, so that she was willing to lock up her dragons, who she considered a part of herself, who she considered her children, the same woman who was willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that she can protect as many people as possible, you're telling me that same woman who freed slaves because it was the right thing to do. Bottom line, it's the right thing to do. It doesn't freaking matter what political whatever that you got. Freeing enslaved people is the right thing to do. Period. There's no discussion. Like, there was characters, I'm pretty sure it was Tyrion. Tyrion was like, and other characters are like the one telling her, it's like, I mean, slavery is wrong and stuff like that, but if you get rid of slavery, it's kind of, politically, it wouldn't be for your best interest. And she's just like, what in God's green earth is y'all talking about? This is slavery. People is dying, Kim. What are you talking about? Like, please explain to me how all of a sudden, like, Daenerys cares about what people think of her. Like, throughout the entire show, she never cared. She never cared what people thought of her. All she cared about was trying to do the most good as humanly possible. She never took the easy way out. It would have been so easy to just use her dragons, just to scorch the entire world. It would have been so much easier. But she didn't. She actively took the hardest route to make sure that she can protect and save as many people as possible. Like, she actively tried to make the least amount of damage. Like, she used her dragons when it was most necessary. Oh god, this really makes me upset. Any of the male characters got dragons, there wouldn't be a show. If Tyrion got dragons, there would be no show. He would just blasted everyone. If, God forbid, if Tywin Lannister got dragons, there would be no planet. If Joffrey got dragons, there would be no universe. Like, even if Jon Snow got dragons, it would be over with. Any male character, it doesn't matter how good they are, if they got dragons, they would literally find any minuscule excuse to use them. But no, Daenerys, she only used her dragons when it was necessary. You're telling me that the Daenerys that we've been following, the one who actively took the hard path to make sure that she can save as many people as possible and also do the least damage, who also didn't care what nobody says. She freed slaves even though everybody told her, hey, this is probably not a good idea. Or like the fighting pit. She didn't want to do the fighting pit because she didn't want people getting killed and hurt. She was willing to be hated for it. She just like, child, why the world do this fighting pit? Why do y'all want to freaking see people getting murdered and stomped on for eons? Like, what is wrong with y'all? But everybody's like, oh, well, but you know, it's just entertainment. It's an entertainment. She's just looking at everybody like, what is y'all talking about? So you want to send people to die? Daenerys constantly be pointing out things that are inhumane, but everybody's just like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. But she's just like, this is some sick stuff, and they're just like, it's fine. The Daenerys that we have been following faithfully for like 10 plus, like almost 10 years. This is the same character that's willing to like burn down King's Landing. This is the same character. You're trying to sell me that this is the same character. They straight up lied on their character, bro. I can't even. Game of Thrones Season 8, I can't believe they fumbled that bad. And they were offered more seasons and they refused. Because because it's just men being dudes. Men being men. But yeah, that was things about Game of Thrones. Euphoria season 2 has finally ended, and now we must wait for like another couple of years until we get a new season and get more looks, get more Pinterest looks for another couple of years. So yeah, season 2 of Euphoria, I liked it just fine. Do I think it was as good as the first season? No. But I do admire the fact that they were willing to go a different direction, and I commend anyone willing to do anything new. Kind of would have been like a cop-out if they literally did the same thing. There wasn't going for plot, there was kind of going more for vibe. Like, they were being more cerebral and abstract and like expressionistic than going for an actual plot, which is fine. But when they were not being like cerebral and abstract, they had like a whole bunch of like filler stuff, you know, with Light Cat's relationship going downhill. Yeah, and then Elliot. I don't hate Elliot, but it was kind of hard to pin Elliot down, because I'm just like, what are you here for, honestly? And I'm not sure what he's supposed to do or represent. At first, I thought Elliot was gonna like represent like Rue's dark side. Like, Elliot was what Rue was going to be if she doesn't get her act together, but that wasn't it. I don't know what the point with Elliot was. And then they wasted 4 minutes on his song when we were waiting for Maddie to basically throw Cassie around. We wanted freaking Maddie to like freaking roll Cassie like a bowling ball, but we get 4 minutes of Elliot's song, which is not a bad song. It's just like, we don't care. We don't care. Everyone's literally been saying it. We did not care about Elliot's song. We wanted to see Maddie WWE body slam Cassie into a table. I like how they pushed Rue's character and also went down and dirty to addiction. Hammered down like, hey, we're not glamorizing nothing. Like, addiction is serious. It's harmful. Like, it's harmful not only to the person who's addicted, but also the people who are closest to the addict. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's heartbreaking. And I did like how they really like got down and dirty with it. Like, yeah, this is what happened. The episode, you know, when Rue basically has her intervention with her friends and family, and then she completely goes off the rails, and it was the finest of television. And then Lexi's play was great. I'm glad they're giving Lexi her shine, because last season she was kind of like in the background observing everything. And I like how in season 2 they kind of like go deeper into that, kind of go more into her character, how in her perspective on everything. You really do like Lexi, and me personally, I don't really like being like, I'm not like a person. I'm kind of like, I like being in a corner. I like my corner. I like watching everything. I'm not much of a in the spotlight type person, which kind of sounds weird because I'm doing this YouTube channel and stuff like that, but usually you'll catch me in a corner. And she's very relatable to people, especially teenagers who are like that, who are kind of like in the corner. They don't really like the spotlight that much, but they also are creative, and you know, they express themselves in creative ways. Like her writing is very relatable. Yeah, I'm glad Lexi's getting her spotlight. Nate needs to go. That's all I gotta say about Nate. Nate needs to go. Like, the way he treats everyone, especially Maddie, my girl Maddie. Like, the way, like, he freaking pointed a gun at Maddie, pointed a gun at himself, trying to get that disc. Nate is a menace, and he is going to hell. They should go with the route that Nate would do something like crazy, like, you know, blow up a school. Or we need to have like these more nuanced conversations, you know, with white male rage and how it literally affects everyone in a negative way, and how like these freaking white men who, as far as we know, there's nothing hardcore going on with them, but yet they're still angry. Like they're so unbelievably angry, and they just want to go out and hurt people. And that's what Nate does. Like, okay, yes, his father is having multiple affairs and cheating with, I guess, with other like LGBTQ plus people, and like Cal, he's like queer himself, and he has to like repress all these things. That's Cal's business, though. Nate should just be doing his homework. He should be doing his football. He should be writing essays, go to college and stuff like that, and just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Like, what his father is doing outside the house, that is not his problem. That is not Nate's problem. Okay, infidelity is bad, but for Nate, it's kind of like, that's between Cal and his mom. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, I don't know this insensitive or harsh, but that's how I feel. Like, he had Maddie, who for some ungodly reason, like, genuinely loves him. And if he could just, I don't know, dedicate himself to being a better person, he could have a loving relationship. But now he's with Cassie, and he is about to ruin Cassie's life. Speaking of Cassie, oh, how the great has fallen. I like the direction they went with Cassie's character. I mean, I felt for her, like I really did, because I do see a lot of people that I know in Cassie, friends and family, who basically base their entire value on relationships. Like, they lose themselves in relationships so badly to the point where they hurt others, they lose others, and they hurt themselves in the process. Like, I've seen so many people like that who are so dependent on the love of other people to the point where it's just like they just go down. Like they just go down, and it's just like, it's depressing, frustrating to watch, especially when they lose themselves to people who don't deserve them, who don't deserve anyone, first of all, but don't deserve them. Even though they should leave, they still lose themselves into these relationships because they think that's the best they can do. It's heartbreaking to see, like, you know, especially young girls like that who end up getting pregnant by, you know, these dudes who don't see them as people but as objects for gratification, and end up getting like pregnant by them. And then from my perspective of a black woman, usually from other black women, usually it's just like they become single mothers. And then on the, I guess, like other side of like non-black side, I mean, they get married, but they're struggling forever, especially if they come from lower class and they're young, so they don't really have anything to work with. So now, and they have like this baby on top of it, so now they're just struggling forward, and it's just a disaster. And yeah, I saw like a lot of that in Cassie, and so I sympathized with her like a lot in season 1. I mean, in season 2, I still do, you know, sympathize with her like a lot, but now showing like how deep her insecurities really lie. And I said on my TikTok, maybe I'll cut to it, I don't know. And I saw on my TikTok, like, she's giving women who will literally throw anyone under the bus for their relationship, and unfortunately, especially if they have kids. Like, Cassie's kind of like giving that type of tea, where she is willing to basically throw her own kids like in the fire just to keep a relationship. Like she's giving the villain origin story of women like that who was willing to allow their kids to be abused by whoever they're with in order to keep them around. Like, she's giving those type of teas, and that's when it's just like my sympathy is starting to run dry. It's kind of like, all right, you need to get some self-respect ASAP Rocky, cause she's also giving the type of teas where she will like purposely get pregnant, if not by Nate, maybe Nate adjacent, or like McKay adjacent, and just to keep them around, and then, you know, it'll just get more like downhill from there. So yeah, Cassie's kind of Cassie needs to get it together, girl. Get it together. But yeah, that's all I got for Euphoria season 2, which it was a good season. Hopefully they'll be able to like either do something new and, you know, like kind of like tighten everything up. That's it. But yeah, let's see what's next on things I want to talk about. Black trauma movies. If I had to sit through another movie where a black girl is getting the taste smacked out of her or being dragged through the mud, I'm going to be physically ill. I understand, like, you know, like movies about the black experiences, and unfortunately a lot of it is traumatic, but at the same time, it's kind of like, can we please stop? Can we please branch out into other spectrums, please? Okay, I'm sick. I am sick and tired watching movies, mostly movies. I think TV shows does a little bit better. I don't know. But like media where there's black people, especially black women and black little girls, they're constantly being mistreated. Like, I'm so sick of it. I'm tired of them being physically harmed. I'm tired of them being dragged through the mud for no reason. Like, I am tired of it. Movies and media that are black led that is constantly about horrible trauma, like extreme trauma. Like the last one that I've seen so far, Judas and the Black Messiah. The movie is great. It's just like, obviously in the end, it got gruesome and it made me physically ill. Like I'm pretty sure that's the point, but it made me physically ill. And it makes me, and it's so frustrating because like these are the greats for black media. Like these are the greats. Like the ones that focus on black trauma are the greats. Those are the ones that getting the awards. Those are the ones that are getting the attention. And being a cinephile, you know, I don't have to, but it's good to watch these movies. I can't. My spirit can't take this no more. This cannot be good for your mental health. This cannot. There's like a movie called I Am Not a Witch, and it's on Mubi. I'm subscribed to Mubi. I love Mubi. And from what the synopsis says, I think it's about a girl from Africa. Everyone thinks she's a witch, so they kind of like send her away. I don't know where they send her to. I don't know. I guess like other witches or stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, I only saw the trailer. It's just her running, being dragged everywhere. She literally looks like she is miserable, like every shot of her. There is not one shot of this little girl smiling, not once. She's just looking around like absolutely miserable, like she looks like she wants to die. And then like on Mubi, they show you like a sneak peek of like a scene, the main protagonist of the film. She's in this little cave thing, and she's just curled to herself, like she's not coming out. And then you have like these tourists like looking at her like she's like a caged animal, and then you have like this one tourist, he's just trying like, oh, can I get a picture of you? Can I get a picture of you, love? Can I get a pic? I think she was British, yeah. Oh, can I get a picture of you, love? Can I get a picture of you? And then the girl, she's just in a corner, just she's just in this cave, like she's like curled, like she's not talking, she's not moving anything, and this tourist just hounding her for a picture. And when I saw that, I swear to God, I wanted to throw up. No shade to the director, no shade. It's just like, I physically can't. I know it's important, but I just, like, I'm getting emotional just singing about it. Like, this little girl in a cave, and then these freaking tourists, it doesn't cross these tourists' mind to like just be like, oh my God, like this girl's in a cave and she's curled and she's like in fetal position or whatever. Like, she physically looks like she is not okay. But the thing that comes out of their mouth is like, can we take your picture? Not, oh my God, little girl, please come into my arms. I'm gonna take you with me to wherever I am going, and I'm going to give you the best life. That's not what comes out of their mouth. God, oh my God. Oh God, it just got to me so badly. Their heads is not like, do we need medical attention? Do you want us to take you with us to where we're going? We will adopt you. We will protect you. All this. No, what they want was a picture. God, and like, this is what black creatives and black filmmakers are doing. Like, it's all these trauma movies, and I can't do it anymore. Like, this is not good for mental health. So I can't sit through another black trauma movie, man. I'm sorry, y'all can keep that. Like, can we please get more better uplifting black movies? Can we also get like more black stories occupying like multiple other aesthetics, please? Can we get more like uplifting, nice, sweet black movies that's like cottagecore, like a Studio Ghibli film, Dark Academia, or Witches? Fun, uplifting media for black people. Like, can we please do something different? Because I'm constantly seeing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm tired of it. Like, can we please get a black-led Dark Academia movie where there's just these black students? Dear white people, I'm pretty sure it's like that. Let's do more that, but it's just like, I don't know what, but just black people, dark academia aesthetic, and they're doing stuff. Like dark academia with black people, light academia with black people. Let's please not do anything with heavy, awful trauma. Like, can we get like cottagecore stuff with black people and it's uplifting and it's nice, you know, like Studio Ghibli-esque or whatever, like, and fairy core with black people and it's good. Can we please like diverge into different things and stop doing the same thing? Anyway, hey, another thing I want to talk about. This is not movie and TV related, but this is kind of like media or like, what if you consider pop culture? I don't know. But this was just on my mind. Men with podcasts. Stop it. If you want to get single fast, listen to these men with podcast men. I don't understand the cognitive dissonance. Like, if you are a man trying to figure out how to get more women, why are you listening to men who are obviously single about how to get women? Like, why are you listening to them? Like, they are painfully single. They obviously don't understand women. And because they don't understand women, they're not getting a lot of women. So why are you listening to them? You want to get women, but at the same time, you don't want to understand what women like and value. And you constantly go to the same talking points of like, oh, well, women just like money. Oh, well, women just like chads with abs. First of all, it's kind of like women are not a monolith. Different women like different things. Yes, there is women who only go after men for their money, and that is completely okay. There are women who completely don't care about money and they're just here to vibe. They are completely alright. Like, you don't like these women who likes money, who likes to get their nails done and hair done, like to get their makeup done, like supposed like certain the pictures, but you're targeting these women. You are going after these, you are actively going after these women. And then you get upset when this woman is just like, cup up the money. And you're surprised by that. And it's just like, what are you surprised about? This woman literally showed you who she was. And for some reason you think you are so special that this woman is going to completely throw away her entire self just for you. I'm sorry, if you are a guy that thinks that you can literally go into a woman's life and think she's gonna like completely change herself for you, you are horribly mistaken. I mean, sure, you might find a woman who is willing to do that. Sure, fine, keep her, but don't expect every single woman to do that. Can we please get rid of this whole concept of submission? Like, why can't you just get with someone that likes you back? Why are we having these conversations about submission? You need to submit to men. You need to submit to men. You need to submit to men. Why? What happened to just finding someone who respects you, who loves you for you, who actually wants to be around you, and vibes with you? Like, what happened to that? Why doesn't it have to be like, oh, you have to acknowledge and fill in this role that makes you inferior to me, serve me, and not a mutual intimate bond to where it's just like, hey, I got your back, I'm going to support whatever you do, I'm gonna be your cheerleader, I'm gonna be your rock, I'm gonna be your peace, I'm gonna be your everything. And it's not one-sided, like both sides are doing it. Why can't we have that? Why? Like, we need to stop this whole submission thing, because I'm getting sick and tired of this conversation about submission. Okay, for men, find a woman that vibes with you. Just go find someone who already, like, I guess, subscribes to your belief. Like, I don't understand why you're actively seeking women or seeking people that don't. There's plenty of women who subscribe to the whole submission thing. There are women who are fine and subscribe to the belief that women's entire role is to cook sandwiches and clean freaking poop stains out the drawers. There is women who subscribe to that belief. So why don't you go find them? Why are you constantly seeking out women who don't believe in any of that, who don't want to make sandwiches, wants a career, wants to do whatever they want to do? They're not interested in being a housewife. Like, they're not interested in like cleaning up poop stains out your freaking drawers, who are not interested in constantly cooking for you. They're not interested. I'm the type of woman who's not interested. I'm not interested cleaning up after someone constantly. Like, I'm not into this whole housewifey thing. Like, I'm not into it. I'm not dissing women who are. If you want to be a housewife, that is completely fine. I support that 100,000%. If you are a house husband, I support you 1,000%. I don't want to be in a house cleaning and cooking all day, every day, looking after snotty-nosed kids. Like, that's not me. I don't want that life. I want a career in the arts, mostly in filmmaking. Like, I want to make media that inspires people, that gives people comfort. Like, that is what I want to do. Like, I'm not interested in housewifey things. Okay, like, sorry, I'm just not. For me, that's completely okay. I guess, like, males with podcasts who specifically talk about how to get women or relationships with women. And it seems to me like a lot of these podcasts are hosted by men who are, like I said, painfully single, probably rarely goes home with a girl, probably rarely gets any attention from women, like very rarely, because like they're not decent, they're not good dudes. That's the thing. You have these dudes who are obviously not good dudes leading men who probably have like difficulties, you know, getting into relationships or like meeting women. Like, these men with podcasts who are painfully single, and it's obvious like they have no idea how to please women or how to like get women to like them. You are leading these men to be single for life, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to stop. Like, if you want to have a better understanding about what women like or what women think about, maybe you should listen to women-hosted podcasts. How come that has never crossed your mind? Like, if you want to understand what women value or what women like or stuff like that, why don't you watch or consume media where it's created by women or targeted towards women? And also, quit and just don't minimize and ridicule what women like. That's step one. Quit ridiculing women for liking certain books, liking certain music, liking certain celebrities. Like, let's start there. Unlearning ridiculing what women like. Like, have you ever heard the female gaze? Yeah, start looking into the female gaze to understand like what women actually value and actually like. Male celebrities like Harry Styles is more popular with women, or Timothy like Timothy Chalamet, or how this scrawny boy has women weak in the knees for him. Try to understand why we like men like Timothy Chalamet or Harry Styles. All of these men, like, really look the types of men that women gravitate to. Study them, and you will see all across the board, it is because they are decent human beings. Wow. Like, women really like these certain male celebrities. Wow, it's kind of like they're decent dudes who respect women or something. Wow, women sure like K-pop. Wow, it probably must be because, like, you see these K-pop dudes don't denigrate women. Wow! Who are vulnerable and good listeners. Genuinely good listeners. Not like, oh, I'm just nodding my head, pretending that I'm listening just so you can get on with the story so I can go about my day drinking beer and scratching my butt crack. But genuinely listening, like active listening. And treating people with respect and being like good protectors. Women, we see more than just like muscles and the physical. And that's the thing a lot of dudes are missing. Like, we see more than that. Personality, it's emotional intelligence and And not gonna lie, and also, you know, hey, can you provide financially? You wonder why women don't want to be around you? It's probably because you have a terrible personality. It just simply could just be the woman just doesn't vibe with you. Have you ever thought of that? The woman just doesn't vibe with you? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you might like someone, but they just don't vibe with you like that. And it's completely okay. Move on. Not everyone has to vibe with you. Go find someone who does. And if you can't find a woman that doesn't vibe with you, that is completely okay. That is completely fine. It's okay to be alone. It is okay to be single. But yeah, you freaking men listening to these male men with podcasts who talk about relationships and how to get women, you need to stop listening to them, man, because they are leading you astray. They are leading you to be single forever. You want to know what women want? Listen to women. Don't freaking listen to these men who don't like women and don't respect women. Listen to other women. You'll get better, non-creepy advice, because these freaking dudes are literally giving you advice that are creepy, that are very creepy and leading you into a slippery slope and coercion. We don't want to go through that lane, so stop listening to these dudes. Start listening to either A, women, or B, men who are married or in a long-term relationship or a relationship therapist with a PhD. No, not a self-proclaimed relationship therapist. No, this dude has a PhD, 10 PhDs. 10 PhDs. And if he doesn't have at least 5, don't listen to him. It's really like showing more and more how men really don't like women, but yet they go to these podcasts because they want women, but they don't like women. Please explain. You want women, but at the same time, you don't like women. Like, you don't like women having interests outside of you. You want women to be women, but at the same time, you ridicule them for liking stereotypical feminine things. Like, you ridicule women for liking makeup, but yet you will drag a woman filth if she is, I don't know, is wearing like freaking sweatpants, a baggy shirt, like messy hair, just basically look unkempt. Like, either all the time or some of the time, you will drag this woman for filth for doing that. But at the same time, if a woman is literally constantly upkeeping herself, making sure she is looking to the gods, you will also ridicule her, saying that, oh, she's shallow, all she cares about is looks, she's that bitch, she's shallow, she's all these things. You cannot win. Like, quit invalidating women's feelings. Like, quit invalidating what women like. Quit trashing women. Quit trashing them, and then maybe we'll like you. Maybe we'll find you, like, worthy to be around. Go to therapy. Get hydrated. Wash underneath your armpits. Brush your teeth. Get it together, bro. Get it together. Like, y'all is wildin'. You guys are doing all this and you expect women to be knocking on your door like, yes, please take me? No, bro, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. No, you need to get your life together. Get hydrated. Get hydrated. Sorry, like, women are not going to like you for treating them like trash. It's like, if you're not going to respect women, if you're not going to do all that, then, like, your guy friend, maybe you and your guy friend should consider being in a committed relationship that's beyond friendship. You might as well, because it sounds like y'all like your guy friends a whole lot more than women, so why don't y'all just get with each other? Why not? Oh, that's gay. So, if women are so annoying and so complicated and so na, then why don't y'all just get together? Why don't you boys or you men, why don't y'all just get with each other? Get with your best friend. Get with your best friend. Your best friend will satisfy all of your needs. Yeah, I think that is the end for... sorry my camera cut off, but yeah, this is the end of my video. If you want more content, then please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, leave a comment and tell me what pop culture and media bothers you and burns your toast. Can't wait to hear what you got. I'm going to pray to the Holy Spirit that House of Dragon will be good. See you later.